Calgary-based pipeline giant TransCanada is confirming that it is in talks with a potential third party on a deal. In fact, it's not coming up. It's so exciting. We're going to go to it right now with Tara Weber, who has been following this story. Tara.
Thanks, Amber. Yeah, that's right. TransCanada resumed trading this afternoon after releasing a statement saying about its trading activity. It confirms it is in talks regarding a potential acquisition, but isn't naming who that party is. Also saying that no deal has been reached. Here's a little bit of its release that it just sent out, saying there is no assurance that these discussions will continue or that any transaction will be agreed upon until such a time as appropriate to make a public announcement on any potential transaction should one occur. TransCanada will not comment further on this matter. But media organizations, including the Wall Street Journal, are reporting that they are in talks with Columbia Pipeline Group and that the companies could reach a deal in the coming weeks. Now, that's according to a source that's familiar with the matter, and they don't have details on the possible deal, but they say it could be valued over $10 billion, although many, of course, are cautioning right now that the deal could still break down.
Now, as we take a look at Columbia Pipeline Group, shares are spiking. Certainly not a household name to many Canadian investors. What have you been learning about Columbia Pipeline?
Well, it's quite large. It's a U.S. natural gas pipeline operator with a market value of about $8 billion and long-term debt of just nearly $3 billion. That's according to its year-end statements on December 31st. And so with a typical takeover premium, that deal could be worth well over $10 billion. Now, here's a few of the assets that this Columbia Pipeline Group has, and there's quite a few here. They own and operate more than 24,000 kilometers of pipelines, gather and processing assets. They're integrated with one of the world's largest, North America's largest underground natural gas storage systems, the Marcellus Shale production area. And they've been investing in new infrastructure to serve increased demand for new gas-fired electric generation. And we also have a map here for you. Here's a look at their extensive pipeline operations throughout the U.S. Northeast. So besides a system that serves customers in about 16 states, it's also got that Columbia Gulf transmission line shown there in orange, and that would be of big interest to TransCanada. You know, they've struggled to build pipelines. They've had government and public concern regarding environmental concerns, and they were the ones behind that controversial Keystone XL, which was rejected by the Obama government. So they still need a way to get the Alberta crude down to the U.S. Gulf Coast, and this could potentially help with that. And meanwhile, they're also facing challenges regarding the Energy East project. That's still in front of the NEB, and they have been also facing this month Quebec filing that injunction to ensure that environmental standards are met. So even if that one were to go ahead, there's still quite a bit of time before it could get up and running. It wouldn't be set to start running until 2020, so this could be a good fit.
All right, thank you very much, Tara Weber, on an important story for our markets, as TransCanada is the biggest drag on the TSX right now, taking off about 12 points of the 45 that we are losing.